If you're a dog owner here in Waite Park and you're looking for a trainer, you have come to the right place. This is a complete guide to help you find the right person to help you and your dog live your best lives together. You already know that life in Waite Park is pretty great, but having a well-behaved dog just makes it that much better, right? Think about it. Easy walks on the Wobegon Trail, or just running errands over by Crossroads Center without any stress. A confident, well-trained dog really is the best sidekick. So how do you even begin to find a trainer? Well, it really boils down to two main things: what they believe in, their training philosophy, and if they have the credentials to back it up. Let's dig into what you should be looking for. The method you really want to hear a trainer talk about is positive reinforcement. All this means is that they focus on rewarding the behaviors you want to see, with treats, praise, or a favorite toy. It's not just effective, it's the best way to build a really strong, trusting bond with your dog. Okay, but how do you know if a trainer actually knows their stuff? You look for certifications. For everyday skills and basic obedience, a certification like CPDTK is a great sign. But if you're dealing with tougher issues like serious fear or reactivity, you'll want to find a trainer with an advanced credential like CPCCKA. That tells you they have a much deeper understanding of dog behavior. All right, let's talk about the practical side of things. You've got to find a training program that works for your dog, your schedule, and of course, your wallet. So let's look at the different ways you can do this. Generally, you'll see two main options: group classes or private lessons. Group classes are awesome for dogs that need a little socialization, and they teach your dog to listen even with other dogs around. They're also usually the most cost-effective option. Private lessons, on the other hand, are all about you and your dog. They're perfect if you have a very specific issue you want to work on, like jumping on guests. So what does all this cost? Here's a general breakdown of what you can expect to pay around the Waite Park and Stearns County area. You can see a 6-week group class might be in the $150 to $250 range. On the other end, something really intensive like a board and train program is a much bigger investment. And just to give you a solid number to keep in mind, a single 1-hour private lesson around here will typically run you somewhere between $80 and $130. This can be a great way to get targeted help without committing to a whole big package. All right, so you've done some research and you have a short list of potential trainers. What now? Now you interview them. Knowing what to ask is going to make you feel way more confident in your final decision. Here's a simple 5-step plan for that conversation. First, ask about their training methods to make sure they use positive reinforcement. Then, ask what certifications they have. Now, this one's really important. Ask them how they would create a plan specifically for your dog and your goals. And finally, get all the details straight. Which program do they think is best? And what are all the fees and policies? Training isn't just about what happens inside your house. It's about being able to confidently take your dog out into the community. So let's go over a few of the local rules and resources we have right here in Waite Park. Okay, this is the big one you have to know. Waite Park has a leash law. It's simple. Whenever your dog is off your property, they have to be on a leash and under your control. It's for everyone's safety, your dog's, other people's, and other pets. And the law even gets specific about the leash itself. The maximum length allowed in public areas is 6 feet. This is exactly why practicing that loose leash walking is so helpful. It keeps you compliant with the law and gives you reliable control. A couple of other things to keep in mind for being a good neighbor. A rabies vaccine is required by state law for any dog over 6 months old. And that nuisance barking rule is a real thing. If your dog barks excessively, it can be a problem. Good training can often solve this by figuring out why they're barking in the first place. Now for the best part, getting out there and practicing. We have some amazing spots around here. The Waite Park Dog Park is a fantastic, safe place to work on your dog's recall. Quarry Park is full of natural distractions, making it perfect for practicing leash skills. And for just a nice, structured walk, you can't beat Riverside Park or the Lake Wobegon Trail. And really, that's what this is all about. Training is so much more than just fixing a few bad habits. It's about opening up your world. It's about enjoying our beautiful parks and trails and having that peace of mind that comes when you have a happy, confident dog that you can take anywhere.